At a recent news conference, Mike Tyson lost it when Jake Paul insulted him before their highly anticipated fight. Lennox Lewis, a former opponent of Tyson, expressed optimism that Tyson might pose a significant threat to Paul in their impending fight. As tensions grow, there are worries that Tyson could be entering an extremely one-sided bout, particularly in light of Paul's most recent sixth-round knockout of Mike Perry after his 2020 exhibition battle against Roy Jones Jr. ended in a draw. Tyson, who retired in 2005, hasn't engaged in combat. I don't know if he's in his prime. He's fat. He should been lean and mean. He's fat and funky. I saw him with his shirt off of that. He's fat. I thought, did you start training already? Buster Douglas was fat. I know, but you know Buster Dub Lewis thinks Tyson's wealth of experience might provide him an advantage despite his advanced age and extended absence from the ring. Tyson still has a lot of punch. So Lewis said in a May interview with The Guardian that his main worry was for Jake Paul's safety. He said that Paul would bear a lasting scar if he was struck by one of Tyson's blows. Lewis also mentioned that Paul's defensive prowess might be put to the test by Tyson's ability to advance and cut off the ring. Lewis was satisfied with Tyson's appearance after seeing him recently and mentioned that Tyson appeared to be in terrific shape going into the battle. Jake Paul, on the other hand, referred to Tyson as a legend and understood the gravity of the situation. Paul stressed that taking chance he can't even knock out Nick Diaz. Nick Diaz is 40 pounds. How he's going to knock me out? What's the other guy, Anderson Silva? He didn't knock those little guys. How you going to knock me out? Who did he knock out? Who did he knock out? Little children. He didn't knock out, never knocked out a real man. Come on. I can't even get mad at this guy cause everybody know this guy talking out of his ass and stealing money. I'm up here just stealing money fighting him. Well, just come to the front. You see, listen, I started Jake off and was a big part of the reason he entered the sport, even if he acknowledged that many people thought he was crazy for taking on Tyson. He is committed to winning another knockout and disproving his detractors. Once more, Paul said that he considered it an honor to face Tyson, one of the greatest fighters of all time, along with Muhammad Ali. Paul, though, stated equally that he wants to overthrow Tyson, but Tyson was quick to write off Paul's chances of victory, making fun of Paul's past opponents and speculating about how Paul could knock him out given his struggles beating lesser opponents like Anderson Silva and Nick Diaz. Paul's arrogance didn't appear to bother Tyson, who said that everyone knows Paul is talking out of his ass and stealing money. Just as he started Paul, he showed confidence that he would finish him, indicating that he has no intention of losing. The two combatants are determined. Jake, obviously. Mike is one of the biggest hitters that the heavyweight division has ever seen. I just want to know, when you thinking about his power, he looks very ferocious on Instagram, especially still. Do you feel like you'll be able to take Mike Tyson's power at this stage? I know I will be able to. I'm a natural born heavyweight. This is what I was born to do, is to move up into this weight class. And I'm going to show Mike who has the more power because he's underestimating me. I think everyone else is underestimating me. And I believe that I hit harder. I know it's going to be tough. I know I'm going to have to fight through adversity. I know I might even go to the canvas. I'm scared, don't get me wrong, but it's not about the fear stopping me, it's about going into it. Even though I am scared, and that's what true bravery is. Mike, and can you take the power? Mike, excuse me, can Jake take your power? We're going to see Hub to establish their worth in the ring. And as the match draws near, the ton between them only grows. The boxing community eagerly awaits the November 15th Netflix showdown in August 2023. The renowned fighter from the UFC's heyday, Nate Diaz, made his boxing debut outside of the octagon when he took on Jake Paul. Diaz showed resilience by fighting through all 10 rounds of the cruiserweight match, even though he was knocked down in the 5th. But in the end, Paul won by a unanimous vote of the judges. Never want to back down from a battle. Diaz insisted it was the easiest bout of his life, and that he deserved to win. It was both the biggest and the laziest he had ever been. He said, perfect. It was difficult to care about him because he's not really terrifying. I believe I prevailed in the battle. I believe I lost the entire fight by 2 rounds. Diaz continued, saying that the battle felt like a training day, highlighting that while every bout has its difficulties, this one was especially simple for him, even though it was the longest bout he has ever engaged. And he said that Paul was his biggest option at the time, and that it was also his simplest. On July 20th, Jake Paul, whose only loss came at the hands of Tommy Fury, was supposed to take on the illustrious Mike Tyson. The 58 Jake, you never responded to the challenge. You publicly stated that I used cocaine. I do not, so I told you you could randomly cocaine test me for the next 10 years. I believe that you're a cheater. And I believe that you use steroids, so I won't want to randomly steroid test you for the next 8-year-old Tyson. Was forced to postpone the fight, though, because of an ulcer that flared up at the time. Tyson thanked his supporters for their understanding and support in a statement he revealed. Unfortunately, my doctor has advised me to lessen my training for a few weeks in order to relax and heal owing to my ulcer flare-up. I will soon resume my full training regimen since my body is in better overall shape than it has been since the 1990s. The fight, which has been rescheduled for the end of the year, is rather popular. Speaking with confidence, Diaz supported Tyson. When asked about the impending fight, saying, "I like it, it seems cool to be Mike Tyson." In my opinion, Tony Bello, a former cruiserweight world champion, voiced his concern for Tyson's welfare in his comments. While Tyson is probably making between $20 million and $50 million for the fight, Bello said in an interview with Bowl Sports that he was extremely concerned about Jake Paul injuring the former disputed heavyweight champion. Bello declared, "It would kill me if Jake Paul hurt Mike Tyson. I would be happy to chin him if he injured Mike Tyson. And I later happened to run across Jake Paul. For that, I would even stay in the large mansion for a few weeks." Bell took offense to the event, saying that only women fight 2-minute rounds, men do not fight 2 minutes, and that it was not a respectable professional competition with luck. He said Tyson will chin him and put him to sleep in 6 or 7 seconds. A former Jake Paul sparring partner, Anthony Taylor, has labeled Mike Tyson a lamb to the slaughter as the contentious boxing battle draws near, heightening the tension. Inspired by Paul's recent knockout of Mike Perry, Taylor sent a strong warning to Tyson, implying that the former champion will have a tough time stopping Paul in the ring when they square off in just over 3 months. Longtime Jake Paul associate Anthony Taylor has expressed reservations about Mike Tyson's impending battle with the YouTuber-turned-boxer Taylor, who has collaborated extensively with Paul. Feels that Tyson ought to re-evaluate the match, using KSI as an example, who withdrew from a prior bout. Tyson is a lamb to slaughter, he emphasized, expressing anxiety for a possible concussion and highlighting Paul's development into a true fighter. The battle is still scheduled, and neither boxer is listening to the advice of powerful boxing leaders who are pleading with Tyson and Paul to call off the fight. The bout will include 2-minute rounds rather than the customary 3, which gives Tyson a slight advantage. Some believe Tyson's draw in his most recent fight, an exhibition contest against Roy Jones Jr. in 2020, portends his next challenge. Regarding Tyson's physical state, Taylor added, "Jake will make Tyson pay when he ties. Jake has incredible cardio. Paul, who just defeated Mike Perry, has been causing trouble and has even made fun of UFC fighter Alex Pereira." This gave rise to rumors that Paul and Pereira may fight, but in a TNT Sports interview, UFC president Dana White shot down the notion. When Paul and White recently squared off, White was on vacation in Italy, and he acknowledged that he hadn't been paying much attention to Paul's career since he lost to Tommy Fury. He said when Paul fought someone his age who actually boxed, he lost. White made it clear that he and Paul are not at odds, saying, "It doesn't even cross my mind. I'm not at odds with him. It's all garbage." A much-awaited press conference featuring a face-to-face meeting between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is set for August 18, 2024 in New York City. As tensions rise, the Fanatics Fest event, which will be hosted at the Javits Center, will be moderated by Ryan Clark of ESPN, holding the Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson press conference. At Fanatics Fest NYC is a testament to our vision, stated Michael Ruin, CEO of Fanatics. With delight, this occasion perfectly captures the enthusiasm, fervor, and energy that we tried to infuse into each Fanatics Fest encounter as Tyson and Paul get ready for their highly anticipated fight on Friday, November 15th at a T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The countdown to the bout is still ongoing. The event will be live streamed on Netflix, which is making its debut with the major boxing scene. The main event on an intriguing bill that promises to